Priti Patel starts a deportation of criminals, the Royal Navy sends their ships to the English Channel, and we'll give you the latest update on Gina Miller. Hello everyone and welcome to the first video of 2021. We have some good news for you guys, finally. As you know, Priti Patel has been battling with the left-wing activist lawyers, the Labour Party and the celebrity campaigners who've been trying to stop the deportation of illegals and criminals in this country. She's finally won that battle once again because a few months ago she managed to send back a number of people, but that this time she's going to be starting a new wave in 2021. As you know, about a few weeks ago, all these celebrity campaigners in the name of Amnesty International, they came out to protest and to stop the return of people who should not be here. But Priti Patel and her Home Office, despite the fact that the people in Home Office are very, very slow when it comes to everything, they've managed to do something about this. Now, the latest that we have is that the Sun is reporting that Priti Patel has finally defeated the do-gooders by sending back 1,100 people. It's actually a bit more than that now, out of the UK. The Home Secretary has overcome the protests that started by these celebrities and activists to deport more than 1,100 criminals from the UK. Now, when you look at this, there have been more than 30 chartered flights that have been organised and been sent as we speak. Speaking to the Telegraph, the Home Office, one of the sources, are saying that despite the protestations from the Labour Party, the do-gooding celebrities, the Home Secretary has not let up in her determination to remove the foreign criminals from our country, and the plan that they have is to push to increase this wave in 2021, which is good news. Now, when you look at the celebrities, the sort of people that started this, you got Naomi Campbell, the supermodel, and actress Sandy Newton. These people have been the main faces of this campaign. You've had a lot of others as well. More than 60 Labour Party MPs also backed this campaign to stop Priti Patel, saying that of those being reported that Britain is their home. Sure, okay, if you say so. Now, each of the people who were scheduled to be on the flight had been born in Jamaica, and none of them was a British citizen. So, yeah, clearly it was their home. If they came here, committed crime, and they weren't even British citizens, and surely we should just listen to Naomi Campbell because she's an expert, apparently. But this is actually good. So Priti Patel has been on her own on this issue. She's been battling with the certain senior civil servants in the Home Office, the left-wing activist lawyers. She's been making all these promises to the British electorate. Some people have been quite impatient because they've been waiting for action. We still need to see more, but this is actually a good start. So I've been criticizing the Home Office a lot on this channel and the Home Secretary, but when they do good things, we need to praise them. Now, this is actually happening at the same time when Brexit is now finally finished to an extent. We are now in the post-Brexit phase, and the mainstream media were quite concerned and worried about the day one of this post-Brexit Britain after the transition period, especially the English Channel, Dover, and all the borders that we have. Apparently, nothing actually happened. So Calais, Reuters reports that the first trucks crossed this new customs border with the UK after the transition period yesterday. And these are the pictures that Reuters have moments after Britain completed its divorce from the European Union. And apparently, there were no long queues. There were no complications. And, the checks were going through smoothly. Everything was fine. And we actually have a Romanian driver who was one of the first to go through the checks. A barcode on this Romanian driver paperwork was scanned and approved within seconds. And he also said that the future, I don't think it will be difficult. So if they think this is going to be fine, then the mainstream media should just calm down. Because we do have Sky News who have been very, very concerned about the future of Britain on behalf of the 48% who have been giving out all the doom and gloom, all the negative news. They went to the border yesterday to report, and I'm guessing they were just hoping to see long queues, complications, clashes, but that didn't happen.
And overall, there is this feeling that things are going well. We're not going to see those huge queues of lorries on the motorway that we saw over the last week, but rather that the smaller sort of invisible chaos that it's been described as by some organisations. And we know that there are some companies that have said they're not going to do business over the next few days. They're going to take a bit of a pause.
Well, I feel like every time I watch that clip, it just sounds like the reporter is not really happy about this. It's like very, very depressed about like the situation. Oh, everything's going smoothly. Everything's fine, guys. So this is Sky News not being completely happy about post-Brexit Britain. But speaking of English Channel and the territory situation between the UK and the rest of the European Union, today we have, yesterday again it was reported that 4 Royal Navy ships had been sent to the Channel to protect the UK waters from the French, because obviously we know the current arrangement that we have because of the Brexit trade deal. The French fishermen can still come to fish in our waters, but the situation has completely changed. They can't treat it as EU waters. They can't just go anywhere they want and catch anything they want. There needs to be some sort of monitoring, and the Royal Navy was just there to make sure that on the first day French fishermen follow the rules and they don't cause chaos. It was primarily just exercises to show that we still have control over our borders. Now, a new £100 million ship has been obviously sent there, including obviously other smaller vessels as well to protect the UK waters. And the former Navy head, Admiral Roald West of Spithead, has said that it's an act of deterrence. We're not trying to have a punch-up with foreign vessels. We are signalling that these are our waters and we are responsible for looking after them. Fortunately, this happened yesterday, and the French didn't actually kick off. So everything is going smoothly. So this is actually not too bad. And because, as I said earlier, the French and also other European boats from Denmark and the Netherlands, they can continue to fish in British waters, but a quarter of their quota will be transferred to the UK fleet for the next 5.5 years, and they can't just randomly go anywhere they want to do whatever they want. Things have changed now. They have to treat it as British waters. So one of the defense sources has also said that the plan was to have 2 offshore patrol vessels at sea and 2 in port and rotate them. But for day 1 of Brexit, the commanders wanted all 4 ships at sea as a show of resolve. So that was the whole plan, and again, seems to be everything is kind of currently going smoothly. We'll have to wait and see the next few weeks and the next few months to see if anyone randomly is going to go vogue from especially France or Denmark or other countries as well. Now, the rejoiners, we have to stop calling them remainers now. The rejoiners, some of them are not giving up, but certain people, senior people like Gina Miller, guess what she's actually up to? Do you think she's starting a new campaign to rejoin the EU? Do you think she's planning to start some sort of court case? No, we have good news. Gina Miller has conceded defeat. She's completely given up, and the Telegraph is reporting that she has said that we have to stop the arguments and this divided nation. We need to prosper and then we have to move on. Although that doesn't sound good because she needs attention. She's going to start some sort of campaign about some random issue. So she might join the do-gooders, the activist lawyers to stop the deportation of criminals. She might, you never know. But she has now said that, the Telegraph is saying that Gina Miller, who defeated 2 prime ministers over legislation involving Brexit, has now accepted that the UK has to move forward now, and the UK has completed the transition period. She has said that, I would say, that we have to now stop these arguments. I'm not going to spend 20 years obsessing about this. Yeah, she only spent about 4 years, right? 4.5 years. So about a quarter of that. But this is good news because she has spoken to Andrew Pierce on LBC saying that divided countries do not prosper. Again, she spent 4.5 years dividing the country. Now she's finally again, I'm not going to keep criticizing her now that she's given up. Thank you, Gina. This is good. Move on with your life. Find a new hobby and leave us alone. The mainstream media didn't really help with this situation for the past few years anyway. And there are certain people who have really helped Brexit, including Claire Fox, the former Brexit MEP, who went on Sky News a couple of days ago when the transition period was ending, and the presenter was bringing up old arguments, asking Claire Fox whether she's able to sell Brexit as a positive concept. After 4.5 years, they're still talking about the referendum. Claire Fox, just wait for the response.
I feel like it's the most depressing thing I've ever seen. It deployed a funereal tone throughout. This is a moment at which you could at least give credit to people that after 4.5 years of being traduced, called racist, xenophobe, stupid, didn't know what they were voting for, that this could never happen, that at last it has happened. And instead, the whole item has been how awful it is. So when you say that I should have to persuade people of why Brexit is a good thing, the thing is, we had a referendum, we voted for it. We're going to do it. We have to make the best of it. There will be hiccups along the way. People will say it's disruptive, but people didn't want the status quo. The status quo was not good enough for millions and millions of people. They wanted change. And I think there could be some grace given here, and we could celebrate a little bit, just give them a bit of credit for once, instead of it all being doom and gloom. I understand the problems in Northern Ireland. I've been going on about it for the last few days. The Northern Irish problem is going to be an issue in terms of the protocol. There are going to be problems in Scotland, but my God, can't we just have a bit of joy?
Well, this is actually quite robust. So well done, Claire Fox, for that reply. And that's the thing, people need to actually fully understand. The mainstream media have completely been focusing on negative news anyway. We have Simon McCoy on BBC, who actually, what he did yesterday was quite funny. It was actually supposed to be light-hearted, and I did find it funny. It was quite good. He decided to show the highlights, the positive highlights of 2020. And so let's watch this first.
Just going to show you a very special program. We've put up the highlights of 2020. Let's just have a look. Exactly. It's Farewell 2020. Let's join our colleagues.
Yeah, so that's pretty good. It's light-hearted, it's funny, which is what we need. But at the same time, what I really wanted instead, for once in their lives, the mainstream media to actually show the positive highlights. A lot of good things happened in 2020. And considering it was their job to completely just show the negative aspects of anything that happened, all the events, it would have been a great opportunity. Maybe do the joke, brilliant. And then after that say, okay, now let's actually show you real positive highlights to redeem themselves. But no, they didn't, and that's a shame. But it's fine, because we have this channel. We're going to give you all the positive spin of all the events that happened in 2021. And on that note, we do have a special episode coming up on the 4th of January, in a couple of days. 2021, looking forward. We're going to have a balanced panel. We're going to have the centre-left commentator Dan Hodges, a comedian Konstantin Kissin, and Talk Radio's Mike Graham. These guys will join me and Lacey Butcher on the show to talk about the year ahead, and hopefully you could enjoy that as well. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure to do that, and if you want to become a member to get a lot of benefits, as you can see down here, just check out the link in the description, or just go on youtube.com/myitc/join. Thanks again for watching. I'm myitc, and I'll see you guys in the next video.